Are you lonesome tonight? Do you miss me tonight? Are you sorry we drifted apart? Does your memory
Hello.
stay
Hi,
to
guys.
a
Welcome to Significant Lovers.
This is a podcast about real life romances.
It's a true love podcast.
Yes, from recent history and yesteryear. Bygone babes.
That was one of our almost titles for the podcast.
We need to read those someday. I don't know when, but we had like 30
Yeah.
ideas for this podcast.
It took a while to
Name.
come up with the name.
Yeah. Yeah, so we talk about the real timelines of famous relationships. We do have fun with it. We, have our conversations, little tangents.
I think like the thing is we really think about your own values and opinions when you talk about other people's relationships.
That's true.
A lot of philosophical questions that I
Yeah.
like to ask.
Yeah. So,
throughout.
not just the facts.
Mm-hmm.
There are going to be facts,
Yeah.
but not just the facts.
No, not just the facts. The stories.
Yeah. So, if you just want a straight up fact podcast, this isn't for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But there will be a lot of facts. Just to make clear. By the way, I'm Kel,
And I'm Mel.
and we're cousins.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a Mel episode.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mel's hosting it. Mel's leading it.
Yes, this is different from every single other episode I've ever done before because this couple is quite positive.
Wow.
There wasn't much drama, which was really refreshing, not to spoil it. I mean, there might be a little bit of drama,
Ooh.
but for the most part, it didn't leave me feeling sad at the end. So,
That's good.
yeah. And
Wow.
we had gotten requests that people wanted to hear about a love story that was a little bit more uplifting. So, this is
It's a change for us.
Yeah.
No divorce, no death.
No, I mean, it's not perfect.
Yeah.
But so far, things are going well. So.
That's nice.
It's between Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis.
Who's that?
They both starred in That 70s Show as Kelso, Michael Kelso, and Jackie Burkhart for 8 seasons from the late 90s to the 2000s. And you guys probably know them. But yeah, their story is like really cute. Like I remember when they first got together, I thought it was like too good to be true.
Yeah. So cool.
It just seems like it's meant to be.
So, obviously, you're the expert now. You've done all the research.
Mm-hmm.
All I really know about them is that they were on the show together.
Yeah.
And then he was with Demi Moore.
Yeah.
She was with Macaulay Culkin
Mm-hmm.
for a long time. And then the two got together years later. I don't
Yeah.
even know how many years later, but many years later.
Yeah, many years later. They had known each other for 20 years before getting together, which is crazy.
I know this sounds silly, but I kind of, in my mind, I relate to this couple.
I was thinking about that.
It's not as dramatic, but just that I had a huge crush on my current boyfriend in college, and we were friends, but then we kind of lost touch, and we didn't talk for 5 years, and then we reconnected, and now we're together, so.
I literally was thinking about that. Like, this love story, like, really makes me feel like sometimes things are just meant to be. You just never know what might happen, like who might
never
come back
know.
into your life
Yeah.
years later. So like if you're sad about something, just think like maybe 20 years from now you'll get together.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just not the right time.
100%. I really do think you just kind of gotta let the universe come what may sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have like a soft spot for, I don't know a ton about them yet, but I have a soft spot for them for that reason.
I think you'll really like them. I think you will. I know, isn't it crazy? It's like, even thinking about like, not to like talk about your relationship, but like there could be someone who you you think that is like not an option or whatever anymore? It seems like they didn't even really consider it in the past. And then to do that time jump, like what would their past selves think about it, you know?
It's crazy. I think about that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. At different stages of my life, I think my younger self would be like when I first met him, if I knew about this, I'd be like, wow, oh my gosh, so happy. But then I think a little later, I'd be kind of like, what the fuck? Like, how did...
No, and the craziest thing about Kelly and her boyfriend getting together is it was like during the pandemic. I hope it's okay if I like say this. We literally were just talking about him.
I know.
This is another, to me, like a sign that like God exists. Is like we were just talking about him randomly one day because like you were reading your old journals.
Yeah, because it was the pandemic and there's like nothing to do. So I was reading my old diaries.
And then what, like a week later, he just like reached out to you?
Yeah. That's so crazy.
And you hadn't seen him in how long?
I think 5 years.
You hadn't seen him in 5 years?
Yeah.
I was okay with it. So you guys were friends.
Yeah.
But there was feelings there.
Yeah.
But then nothing really ever happened.
No.
And then they kind of drifted apart.
Yes.
Dated other people.
Yeah.
Graduated college.
Yeah.
Didn't really talk anymore.
Never talked anymore.
Anymore. Randomly during the pandemic, she's reading her old journals. We're being like, oh yeah, remember him? Like, remember that time in your life?
Mm-hmm.
A week later, he messages her.
I know.
And they go out on a date.
Yeah. It doesn't happen with everybody, though. You know, like, there have been people that I think about and they don't come back. So,
yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Well, but you didn't even know that you were, like, manifesting that or anything.
No.
You had no idea.
I do remember saying this, like, ooh, it's kind of, like, giving me feelings. Like,
yeah.
I was, like, getting a crush on him again by reading my diaries.
That's crazy, though. Because it's, like, literally, like, I really think there's, like, an invisible hand controlling it that they were, like, you're gonna take out your diaries and, like, reignite your old feelings.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's foreshadowing.
I know. There's so many other things going on too. Like I don't know. I can't get into the whole thing, but it's just crazy to think about everything that could have prevented that from happening.
Yeah.
Same. I'm guessing same for Mila and Ashton.
Mm-hmm.
That everything had to fall into place.
Yeah, exactly. This is why too, when like people go through breakups and stuff, and everyone's like, "Oh, like there's a reason to happen." Like you can't see the bigger picture. It's like you had breakups before that point.
Yeah.
That if that breakup didn't happen, you and Charlie would have never gotten together.
It's true. Mm-hmm.
So the universe has your back, you know? I'm saying this as if I believe it about me. Like, I literally am like, have no idea.
Well, that's the thing, you still don't know.
Exactly. It's nice to wonder.
Yeah. So, Mel, before we get into their story, what 3 words would you use to describe?
I would say supportive.
Oh.
Playful.
Oh.
And mature.
Wow. All positive words.
They are
You don't usually get that.
I know. Watch they get like divorced next week. I'll be so upset.
Me too. Hopefully not.
But okay.
Knock on wood.
Who are they?
Who are they?
So Christopher Ashton Kutcher is his name. Mm-hmm. He went by Chris like up until he was famous.
Chris Kutcher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not as, I don't know. Doesn't sound as good as Ashton
Chris Kutcher. Yeah, it's hard to say.
Chris Kutcher.
It's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
Ashton.
Ashton's a cool name.
Yeah.
Sounds like a town.
Yeah, it does sound like one. He was born February 7th, 1978 in, can you just guess what state you think he's from?
I really don't know. So I might make a fool of myself guessing here. Kansas?
Kind of close. He's from Iowa.
Oh.
Is that close?
Kind of.
Middle of the country.
Yeah. Why did you make me guess that?
I don't know. It's just like... I just wanted you to guess.
Okay.
He's from Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Oh, okay. I've heard of it.
He is...
I went to Iowa one time on a road trip. I loved it.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite parts of the road trip. Anyway.
Yeah, his mom, Diane, she worked at Procter and Gamble, and his dad,
Oh.
Larry, was a factory worker.
Nice.
He has an older sister. I don't know how to say this. Tuisha? Tusha?
How do you spell it?
Tausha. Unless I typed it wrong.
T-A-U?
Tau.
Tasha?
Oh, Tasha. That's
Maybe.
probably what it is. I might have typed
That's
it
interesting.
wrong. And he has a fraternal twin brother, Michael, Michael has had a lot of health problems throughout their life. He was born with a heart condition and needed a heart transplant at a young age.
Man.
And he has cerebral palsy as well.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he actually recently did like a TV show or something with his, like a docu-series or something with his brother. Because I guess his brother's health issues were like a huge point of anxiety for him in his childhood. Like he was always worried his brother was gonna die. So, you know, as a twin,
That's tough.
Yeah.
Wow. Poor Ashton.
I know. And I think in many regards too, it might be tough to be Michael, his twin brother, where it's like your twin is this like really good looking famous guy.
Yeah.
And you're, you know, like at home with health issues.
That does suck.
Their family moved from Cedar Rapids to Homestead, Ohio in the middle of Ashton's high school. And he did school plays, but he wasn't that serious about acting or anything. Like Brad Pitt, he also suffers from prosopagnosia.
The facial recognition.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't know that was so common.
They both can't remember faces. That's crazy.
I know. I wonder if that... Never mind. I'll get to
What?
it later.
Okay.
Well, because he cheated on Demi Moore quite frequently throughout their marriage. And I was going to say, I wonder if that's why. He just... No, I'm just kidding.
He couldn't remember his wife's face.
Yeah.
They were married, right?
Yeah, they were.
Wow. I would like to cover them too.
Yeah, their marriage is not as positive as this one seems.
But it's interesting.
Yeah, exactly. That's what makes an interesting story. During his senior year, he was arrested for breaking into his high school at night to steal money with his friends.
Oh, wow.
And he was on probation for 3 years and had to do 180 hours of community service. And his girlfriend at the time in high school broke up with him because of it, and he lost his college scholarship.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
What a rebel.
I know. But again, like, that must have seemed like a low point in his, like, wow, he's going nowhere, you know?
But true.
He recovered.
Yeah,
It's
he
like no
really
big
did.
deal.
Yeah. Wow. God.
He attended the University of Iowa in 1996 and majored in biochemical engineering. But he was kicked out of his dorm for being too wild and loud.
Ashton.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He's a party boy.
I would have hated him.
I know. During his sophomore year or junior year of college, Ashton was approached by a modeling scout at a bar and was encouraged to enter the Fresh Faces of Iowa modeling competition. Why does that always happen?
I know.
It keeps happening to people.
They just get noticed.
Yeah, at college.
Yeah. Out and about.
Without trying.
I know.
That can't be that easy. And he won the competition, and the prize was a free trip to New York City, where he was then signed by a modeling agency and started to appear in commercials, and then started going by his middle name, Ashton.
Wow.
And then things moved pretty quickly for the 19-year-old Ashton. He moved to Los Angeles and had his first audition ever for a TV show called That 70s Show.
Wow.
And landed it.
That was his first acting audition?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
And he got the part.
Wow.
I feel like it's because he kind of is Michael Kelso in a way. Like, he is very goofy. And at that time, like, he was so wild, very, like, boisterous.
He just was the part.
Mila Kunis. Her name is Melina Markovona Kunis. She was born very far from here in oh gosh, how do you say it? Chernovsky, a Ukrainian city which at the time was a part of the Soviet Union. So her family speaks Russian. And I feel like I've heard her describe herself as Russian before, like not nowadays. Like she used to say that she was Russian, but now just identifies as Ukrainian.
Right.
Her family is Jewish. They're descendants of Holocaust survivors. Her mom, Elvira, was a physics teacher. Her dad, Mark, was a mechanical engineer, and she also had an older brother, Michael. But when she was 7 years old, her parents decided to immigrate to the United States on a refugee visa due to the anti-Semitism in the USSR at the time, so that they could have a better future. Wow. But her parents had like pretty good jobs, like I said, and they had to give those up. And they had to get rid of their degrees, and they only, because of like the rules or something, they could only bring the equivalent of $250 in cash to the United States.
Wow.
Even though they had like a good amount of money back at home.
Wow. My gosh.
I know.
That's crazy.
And because of the culture at the time, Mila's parents didn't tell her that she was moving to America until they like already were there. So
oh my god.
She has said that that was a really traumatic experience for her.
Wow.
To leave, and that the entire first year in the country, she doesn't remember it at all.
Wow. How old did you say she was when they moved?
She was
to?
7. So that's like a good chunk of time to like have memories.
Wow. I feel like a lot of people emigrated here from the USSR or former USSR around that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I know. Good thing she did, because it's like, it's really sad. Like,
yeah.
Who knows what could have happened if she hadn't. So at age 9, Mila began taking acting classes at the Beverly Hills studio, where she was signed by a manager, Susan Curtis. And
wow.
I think that
2 years later.
Yeah, I think she began acting lessons because she was so shy. And like when they moved there, she didn't speak any English whatsoever.
Wow.
So I think it was like to help her with her English too. Sean used to do acting classes when he was a kid.
Really?
Because he was so shy.
Aww.
Yeah, my brother.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like a thing that like schools recommend if a kid has like extreme shyness.
Interesting. I feel like I should have done that.
Yeah, I
back
feel like
in the day.
I should have too. I wasn't that shy, but I feel like it would help me in the long run. Mila claims that her parents spent $890 on the acting class, even though they only had $900 in their bank account. I kind of don't.
890?
Yeah, like they only had $10 left over. I kind of don't believe that.
What? I
feel,
hope not.
No, I feel like that's something that they maybe told her and she believes. But like that's not a believable anecdote.
Or her brother said that or something.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of things from my childhood that I remember and then I realized wasn't really true.
Yeah.
Or I just kind of made it up.
Yeah. Like that's an impressive story, but like that can't be true.
They only had $10.
That's irresponsible. On a 9-year-old's acting class? Yeah. That doesn't make sense.
Maybe they had like $900 set aside for her and they spent almost all of that on the acting lessons or something.
Yeah. Or maybe they were like paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
And so they like only had $890 or $900 at the time. But like they were about to get paid on Friday and get another $900.
Maybe. Was it one lesson was $890 or cumulative all of the lessons added up to $890?
I think all of them added up. Yeah.
But I'm confused by that story.
It was a good investment because she did land her first audition for a Barbie commercial.
Cute.
Yeah, it's actually on YouTube. It's really cute. And then she did a Lisa Frank commercial, and then she had small appearances in TV shows like Days of Our Lives, Baywatch, and Seventh Heaven.
Oh yeah,
Yes. And she also had small roles in films like Gia, Santa with Muscles, and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Jessica Biel. Okay, that's crazy because in the Jessica and Justin Timberlake episode, so Jessica Biel was on Seventh Heaven, and weren't we talking about how Mila may have had something with Justin Timberlake?
Yeah.
during Friends with Benefits? Or was it No Strings Attached?
Friends with Benefits.
Okay. Those two movies were so similar.
Those will both come up.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, because Ashton's in No Strings Attached.
What? Why were they both in the same
Isn't
movie?
it weird? And because Natalie Portman was in Black Swan
Oh,
with
yeah.
Mila Kunis, and she's in No Strings
They're
Attached.
just all in the same little bubble.
It's literally the same exact movie. It's so weird.
so weird. It'd be like if one of them was in Bug's Life and one of them was in Ants.
Yeah. And they came out like the same
Yeah.
season.
Zootopia, Secret Life of Pets.
Yeah.
Why does that always happen?
I know.
There's always movies that there's like a duplicate, similar, mirroring movie.
I know. I feel like it's like because they're just like so on point with trends to the point that the studios are both predicting what audiences want at the
Right.
same time.
Yeah. I feel like that even happens with like Princess Diana movies.
Oh,
and
yeah.
documentaries. And
Yeah.
I don't things come
Oh
out
yeah,
at
the
same time.
biopics,
Yeah.
like those are coming out all at the
Oh,
same
yeah.
time. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there was like something recently, like where it's like, okay, too many of these. What was it?
Aren't they making another Elvis movie? Well, it's like about
They
Priscilla?
are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's way too much. Is it a different studio?
I'm not sure.
Probably. Or
I
it's
think
like,
it's supposed to be more of a focus on Priscilla.
yeah. For a while, I feel like there was like too many TV shows or stuff for our age that were like about, like after Hannah Montana, like about celebrities or something,
Yeah.
or like, or
yes.
like,
bands.
yeah, bands, kids who sing.
iCarly, like some kind of star.
Mhm, yeah.
Kids dancing.
Yeah. And then there started to be like more like web show things after iCarly. There was like Dog with a Blog.
Oh, I never saw that.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't know about that one.
I didn't see it either.
And for a long time, I think after the success of Pretty Little Liars, there were a lot of teen shows that were like mysterious.
Yeah. So
Mystery.
true.
I don't know, Riverdale, What's Going On,
Yeah.
dark shows.
Yeah. And obviously vampires. Like
Oh, yes,
there was
yes.
a ton of vampires at once.
Mhm.
So
It happens.
yeah, makes sense. I feel like they didn't know. The studios like really didn't know that
Yeah.
like both movies were gonna be exactly the same.
I did see both of them, but not since they first came out. It'd be kind of fun to watch them again and compare.
I think I liked Friends with Benefits better.
I can't remember.
Yeah. They're both exactly the same. So, interestingly enough, unlike most kids' child actors, Mila's parents never once took any money from them at all. Or
Really?
from her. Yeah.
Wow.
Like, she says that to this day, her parents will not let her pay for anything for them. Like, she can't even
Wow.
take them out to dinner. They still pay every single time.
that's admirable. I
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah, and her parents like just live in like a regular condo, like the same condo that they moved to
Yeah.
when they first came
Wow.
here.
I mean, it would be nice if she could give her parents something, but I like that they're, I don't know, sticking to their guns and
Yeah.
being like, we're your parents, you know, you're the kid.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really like if she goes to like a restaurant, they pay.
Yeah. Wow.
That's crazy. And I think that must have an influence on Mila. Like I feel like that kind of makes her more down to earth.
She seems down to earth
Mhm.
from what I know.
She still hangs out with like her parents don't have a lot of money because like they don't accept any money from her. They're just like regular people. I think her mom owns a pharmacy or something.
Wow.
I was just gonna be like Hannah Baker.
on 13
13
Reasons
Reasons
Why.
Why.
Yeah.
I have a friend named Hannah Baker too.
This is too much.
Yeah.
Too many references.
But yeah, that must make her like really normal. Because
Yeah.
she's just around normal people.
Normal people are the best.
And then so at age 14, Mila auditioned for the Fox sitcom That 70s Show during pilot season. And she said she didn't even want it, but like her agent made her get it. And the casting directors were looking for someone who was 18 years old at the time, but Mila originally lied about her age by saying that she would be 18 on her birthday. And in the final rounds, they learned that Mila was actually 14 because she needed a tutor on set. But by that time, they already thought that she was the best person for the role, so she won the part anyway.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
She's only 14.
I know, and Ashton is 19.
Oh, okay.
So there's a big age difference, which is big reason why they don't get together when they're younger. So they meet in their cast as the on and off boyfriend and girlfriend, Michael Kelso and Jackie Burkhart, on the TV show. Did you watch that 70s show?
I never watched it in order or anything like that. I would just sometimes see it on TV.
I went through a phase, like, I think in middle school, where I watched every episode. It's good.
Yeah.
But I didn't actually like their characters together. I preferred Jackie with Hyde. Like, I really shipped that couple. Like, I would watch, like, montages of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Who does she end up with in the end?
Oh my god. Well,
What?
she ends up in the actual TV show with Fez, which
What?
makes no
That's so
sense.
dumb.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's like they didn't even have, like, he had a crush on her, Fez, like, throughout the show, but he was like, you know.
Sorry to anyone who loves her with Fez, but what?
No, nobody loves her with Fez.
That's how I feel about Rachel and Joey. I know some people like them, but I hate it.
Rachel and Joey?
on Friends. Sorry,
They got together?
yeah.
I
in,
didn't
like,
know
the
that.
last one of the last seasons. They didn't end up together, but in like the
Oh.
last season they dated.
What?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
and it really feels like the writers didn't know what to do.
Did Joey ever have a thing with Phoebe?
No,
That would have made more sense.
I know.
Just put them
I know.
together.
Ugh,
That's
kills me.
crazy.
Shannon, my sister, controversially likes them together.
Real. She kind of has a soft spot for Joey, I feel.
I know. Anyway,
Yeah, no, I hate her with Fez. But so, spoiler, they have that 90s show.
okay.
In the 90s show,
Actually, I haven't seen anything about that yet.
Yeah, it's coming out, I think, this month.
I've never even seen
So
a
this is-
poster or commercial or anything.
I think they just announced the trailer like last
okay.
week. But this is actually really topical because it's coming out.
Oh yeah. Did you do that on purpose?
No, but that's actually really nice. I think like by the time I think the week this episode comes out, that show comes out.
Wow.
That's actually pretty good. Good marketing. Yeah, but in that show, the reboot, their characters are together.
Interesting.
Apparently.
How would that have happened?
I don't know, like
I guess they reconnected years later.
Yeah, exactly. I guess
As
so.
happens. Yeah.
so she must have broken up with Fez. But like I
Good.
said, her and Hyde were my favorite couple on that show because they're like polar opposites and have like a love-hate thing and really cute.
Yeah, I didn't really watch it in depth, so I feel like I don't have an opinion on that.
But yeah, due to their age difference, there wasn't anything romantic between them offset. And I have a clip of Mila talking about how Ashton was her first kiss ever.
Whoa. All right, let's hear it.
On that.
8 years.
8 years.
70 Show changed my life forever.
Yeah, no, I think it is unbelievable to me that Ashton Kutcher was on that 70s
I
show.
know.
He was your first real kiss, not
Yes.
a kiss on the cheek on
Yeah.
that show. And yet it wasn't a romantic relationship ever, right?
At all.
There was no romance there.
No, because remember, I'm 14. He's
Right.
19. I mean,
Right.
there's something very...
No, that's weird.
You kissed him when he was there. Was that
Be clear, he had to kiss me. I don't know who it's weirder for. The 19-year-old kissing the 14-year-old, the 14-year-old. Like,
Right.
my nerves... Oh, my God, do I remember this? And Bonnie Turner, who created our show, was so wonderful because I was so nervous about the entire experience, and she was very well aware, as I think the entire crew was. She bought me perfume and lotion and was
Brushing
like,
your teeth.
Like, she was like, this always made me feel pretty. And I was like, great idea. And I like doused myself with all of this.
It's like you were a vampire bride having to go, you know. Yeah, but
Being prepared.
Ashton being the good-looking, suave guy that he is, I would think that for you it would be like, oh my God, you must have had a little crush on him or
Okay,
something.
here's the crazy part. And I say this and nobody believes me.
I'll
But
believe you.
thank you, Howard.
Yes.
I never looked at him as somebody that was good looking. I never looked at him as somebody that wasn't. I just was like, here's like a guy that I'm working with for 8 years. And he's really smart. And I had to do chemistry. And he was better at chemistry than I was. So he helped me with my chemistry homework. And when I was grounded, he would drive me home. Like, he was
Do you think
just-
he was attracted to you?
No,
or
oh my God, no.
No.
I can listen. You know him a little bit. I can promise you, he was not to a 14-year-old child.
So when you get a
No.
script, and
She's funny.
But isn't it crazy?
What?
That's her first kiss
I
and she
know.
married him.
That is crazy.
That's so like like written in the stars.
It's cute.
That she has to kiss him at 14, has no idea that that's going to be the man that she's going to marry someday.
It's so cute. That is really, really sweet.
I would be so nervous if I was 14 years old. To kiss someone that much older than you.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's people who are like going to have a problem with it.
What do you mean?
People who are going to be like, she was 14 years old when they got together.
I don't know. I do think it is kind of creepy, but I'm surprised that, I don't know if she's revising it or something, because I feel like when I was a freshman in high school, like my friend dated a senior, so that's still younger than 19, I guess, but we were more like amazed than, no one was disgusted. We were like, wow.
Yeah.
Now I think it's weird, but like,
no, I think if I was 14, like I would have had a crush on him.
Yeah.
Because like that's the first person I ever kissed. Like I
believe her though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was guys, if anyone is criticizing that, it was a job.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was just a kiss.
Yeah.
It was only a kiss.
It was only a kiss. Yeah.
What did he think? Has anyone ever asked him?
There's no way to know. I don't think he has been asked that question, actually.
It might be too creepy.
I feel like it would be way more offensive if he was like, I never looked at her as someone who was good looking.
That there is kind of a double standard there.
Yeah.
I feel like it's okay for women, maybe rightfully so, just, I don't know, in response to how women have always been treated, but just there is a double standard where women can say men aren't attractive or they're not into him, whatever, and it's like, okay. But I feel like if he said, no, I never saw her as someone good looking. Like,
that would be like, people would blow up about that.
I know.
That would be like a viral quote.
Yeah. I could picture Howard Stern asking him, like, did you have a crush on her? Did you want to, I don't know, take on a date?
But maybe it's because like men typically see women as like attractive beings anyway.
Mm-hmm.
More so than when like women see men typically, you know?
Yeah.
Like I think it's harder and when Harry Met Sally, he says it's harder for the man to really just be friends.
Yeah.
Although not in my case. Anyways. So yeah, the two dated other people throughout the course of the show. From 1998 to 2001, Ashton dated January Jones. And
wow.
In 2009, she actually told GQ magazine that she had dated someone who was very unsupportive of her acting career and would tell her that she's not a good actress. And she never said it was Ashton, but people think it's obvious that it is about him.
Maybe.
Doesn't really make him look that good. Then in February of 2001, this is crazy.
Okay.
Ashton started dating a 22-year-old fashion student named Ashley Ellerin, and later that month, the month that he started dating her, she was murdered in her LA apartment.
Oh my god.
By a serial killer named Michael Gargarilou. This is so sad and tragic.
I never heard of that.
I know. It's crazy. She was stabbed 47 times in her apartment just before Ashton was going to pick her up to go to the... Are you
kidding me?
No. To go to the post-Grammys after party. And so he showed up at her door and knocked on the window, or knocked on the...
My jaw's open.
Yeah. He showed up at her door, rang the doorbell, and she didn't come to the door. And so then he looked through the window and he saw, according to his testimony, like a pool of blood.
He discovered the murder scene?
Well, he didn't know it was blood. He thought it was a puddle of red wine, he said, because they had partied a lot. And so he was like, it wasn't weird to see something like that.
So then he just left?
Yeah, he just left. Let's see. He peeked through the window. He saw the blood.
Oh my God.
He didn't think anything of it. He just left.
That is insane. That's one of the worst things that could ever happen to you. I
know,
can't believe
seriously.
that. That's so literally traumatizing.
I know, seriously. I think it kind of
the worst thing I've ever heard on this podcast.
I know, really. I think it kind of like is a little bit awkward because like he just started dating her. Like it wasn't someone he like knew super well, but it was really upsetting, obviously.
Wow.
Unfortunately, he was never considered a suspect. Like I feel like
What do you mean, unfortunately?
unfortunately.
Oh.
Because I feel like
I thought you said unfortunately.
I literally, when I first read it, I was like, uh-oh. Like, I was, like, assuming because he was close to this case. Yeah, he was never considered a suspect, and he gave a testimony in the trial and everything. But it's, like, also he showed up at the scene. Like, it's just kind of crazy.
That is crazy.
The killer, he got the death penalty for that.
Wow.
Because he had killed a lot of other people, too.
Oh, my God. That's so scary.
Yeah.
Have you heard California has the most serial killers of any state?
Does it really?
Yeah.
It seems like that kind of stuff always happens on the West Coast.
I know.
It seems like a
Why?
West Coast thing.
I know.
It's the Wild West.
People just can't get that phrase out of their head.
Yeah, seriously. But so that was
Just kidding. I shouldn't make light of that.
Well, so then he dated another Ashley, like I think a month or two later. Her name was Ashley Scott, and they dated for 9 months. I don't know what happened there. Also in 2002, Mila began dating Macaulay Culkin, and they dated for the next 9 years.
Wow. I would like to cover them too.
Yeah. So Mila's 18 and Ashton is now 24 years old, which doesn't seem as big of an age difference anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And so around this time where Ashton is dating like Ashley Scott and Mila is dating Macaulay Culkin, they both appear on the Rosie O'Donnell show, and they talk about how Ashton was Mila's first kiss, and I thought it was kind of cute. So
Let's hear it.
Where's someone bet you made with Danny about our first kiss?
No, it wasn't the first kiss. It was like
go
a
ahead,
second or
Ashley.
third kiss.
It was like the first week.
No, it was not the first week.
Whatever. Let me tell you what happened.
No, let me tell you what happened.
No. Okay, so I've never kissed a guy. So I was so. I mean, Ash was attractive, and I was a 14-year-old little girl, and I was extremely scared for my life.
Sure.
And he was very nice about it. He was like, "Oh, don't worry." So I was like, "Okay." Then Danny goes and goes, "Dude, I'll give you $10 if you French kiss her." What would you stick your tongue in my mouth or some?
What? No.
For $10.
You're making it sound like it was like really. Okay, Dan, we had a little side bet going. Like,
Which was?
It wasn't very
as to whether or not, you're kissing on the show or boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
You would use tongue, right, Rosie? I mean, you would.
It depends what kind of an actor you are, I guess.
Absolutely, right?
Yeah.
So Danny bets me like $20 that I wouldn't do it, and of course I'm like, yeah, sure, what's the deal? You know?
And then the cop showed up and you got arrested, pretty much.
They
But
should have,
he
but they
never
didn't.
did it. And
I so did.
He
I so
claims to
did.
this day he did that. I swear.
Mila,
never,
I so did it.
He never did it?
I
so
didn't let
did
him.
it.
I think he tried, but I think I kept my mouth so closed.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. You did the old teeth block?
Yes.
Yeah,
he
you didn't
never
let him
do the teeth block. You were like, oh,
Yes, he never got his
You were
tongue
very
out.
excited.
No, you didn't, Ashton. Just admit it.
She did
Dad, I
come
swear.
back.
She's 14.
No.
She didn't. You stop it.
She would, no, that was not the first. You had turned 15 by then.
No, she was 12, but I
yes,
know it.
15.
There's a big difference. That 1 year makes the whole world change.
All right, then.
Oh my gosh. The chemistry.
I know, aren't they so cute?
They're screaming.
Yeah,
The passion.
They have such a funny banter. Like it's hard for me to believe that they weren't into each other.
She said he was attractive.
She did. That went back on what she
Yeah.
said. I think she like kind of lies a little bit.
They were so riled up.
Mm-hmm.
That was so cute. That was really fun to watch and hear for the listeners.
I could see some people getting a little upset about the tongue thing. She was 14, but she says it didn't happen. So
Yeah.
that's so cute.
I feel like she would remember.
Yeah, that's so cute how he was like, I so did.
I know.
You were 15 by then.
Yeah.
But again, it's a job.
It's a job. Yeah.
It is weird. Didn't like in Adventureland, like wasn't Kristen Stewart, didn't she have like a sex scene with like Ryan Reynolds? And was she like underage then?
Yeah, but it's a sex scene. I don't know how
Yeah.
that works, but it's not literally sex.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's technically not illegal to like make out
No, it's not.
with like someone. Well, I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
but-
It's for acting. It's for the craft.
yeah. That was so cute though.
And it sounds like it didn't happen anyway.
Yeah.
I feel like she would remember because it was her first kiss.
Yeah, you can tell how close they are.
Yeah.
All with each other.
Yeah.
Though, especially like with the rest of the cast too. It's kind of. I wish I like was on a TV show for like 7 years and like became like friends with the cast.
Yeah, but it doesn't always work out that way.
I
You
know.
sometimes people aren't friends.
And they drift apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems like it's such a good bonding experience. I wish I like got along with my coworkers like that, you know?
Yeah. I know.
It's not the same.
Well, we went to school.
That's true. But I guess with our classmates.
Yeah.
So Ashton then, after that year, in 2003, he dated his just married co-star Brittany Murphy for 5 months. And then later in 2003, at just 25 years old, he began dating Demi Moore, who was 41 at the time and had 3 daughters. And that was like, people couldn't believe that.
Yeah. Wow.
And they then got married on September 25th, 2004.
Wow. That is interesting.
I feel like he was like really known for that. Like I feel like people who
He was.
didn't watch that 70s show knew him because he was married to Demi Moore.
And he did Punked.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Is that
was
what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The, like hidden camera
Yeah.
pranking show.
And he was in Dude, Where's My Car?
I've never seen that.
I never seen it
Cheaper by the
either.
dozen.
I used to see it at the video store when we were little. I don't know why. I just always remember that movie being there. He definitely was known as being a rowdy type of guy in the early 2000s.
Yeah, like really, but like fun. And like kind of like a goofball.
Yeah.
But it's funny because he is really, really smart. Like,
Yeah, but he did play people who weren't that intelligent.
yeah. But he was going to school for biochemical engineering.
He got typecast.
Yeah. And his relationship with Demi Moore from the outside seemed very happy, but despite their age gap, but in the memoir that Demi Moore released like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, she revealed that it was a really tumultuous time period and that Ashton would frequently cheat on her and have like encourage her to have threesomes in order to like cheat on her more. And he was like really distant, I think, later in their marriage, and it just like wasn't good. And Demi was like drinking a lot and stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just her story, like her perspective.
Yeah,
we don't know
exactly.
what his is. But it's interesting because I feel like, I don't know, lately on the internet, at least, people love to talk about age gaps, and you would think that the older person has more so-called power or something. Maybe that's just when it's the man, but like it's interesting that she's saying that seemed like he had more sway and things.
Well, I think he definitely did, because like I think a big problem in their marriage is, so she had a miscarriage at like 6 months.
Oh my God.
And that was obviously, it was like really traumatic. And then I think they were trying to get pregnant for a really long time. And so she felt like really unworthy because she was older. So it was obviously harder for her to get pregnant. And I feel like there must have been like a part of her that thought he was absent because of that.
Yeah. I think the dynamics are so interesting. And I think older women, I don't know, I think they do feel more insecure about their age. Like, I don't know. I just don't think it's the same as an older man with a younger woman.
It's not at all. Because like for her, it was like, oh, I can't provide a child for you.
Yeah.
And like that's it's like a biological desire that men have.
Yeah. Oh, that's sad. That's interesting, though.
Yeah, it like sets the scene for like when him and Mila will get together later, I think. But yeah, so like they were like friends, like obviously on that 70s show, and after in 2005, Ashton pranks Mila in an episode of Punk'd, actually.
Oh.
And I feel like the vibes were very silly and playful in that episode. Like when she finds out, she's like, oh my God. And like he runs over and picks her up and like spins her around in his arms. And she like hits him with her purse. Like it's very cute.
Punk'd was big. I don't know if you remember, but I feel like back then that was a word people used a lot in reference to the show. Like, if something crazy was happening, they'd be like, am I being punked?
Yeah, it was a cultural phenomenon.
It was.
And he was the host.
Yeah,
of
he
Punk'd.
was the host.
Yeah, that fits him so well.
Yeah.
He's like a goofball. And
Yeah.
I wonder if he really came up with the pranks or if he just,
Carried them out.
yeah.
I'm going to guess he didn't come up with them all, at least.
No, I feel like he probably didn't contribute
Maybe
any
not.
of the ideas. But so his episode where Mila Kunis gets punked,
Yeah.
so she speaks Russian, and so she's like walking on the street, and then there's like this Russian mom and like daughter who are speaking Russian, and their like puppy like fell down a hole or something, and she has to be the translator for this guy who's like helping get the dog.
Oh.
And then the guy is just like berating her and stuff, and so she like starts screaming at the guy.
No way.
Yeah, I
Oh my
think
gosh. And then she finds out she's being punked.
so. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, that would be embarrassing.
I know. It's crazy.
I always wanted to be accidentally on that show that was on the news. What would you do?
Oh, my mom loves that show. My mom is always like, anytime she's in some social situation where I'm like, Mom, don't get involved. Don't get
Yeah.
involved. She's like, what if John Quinones comes out?
Yeah. Somebody needs help.
But I don't know how often I would actually do something. I saw someone stealing a bike the other day, and I didn't do anything.
How did you know?
Because he had a knife and he was
Oh,
like cutting
shit.
the thing off.
Wow.
But what am I going to do? The guy has a
What, just
knife.
for? Now I have to make this explicit.
Aren't they all explicit?
I don't know how it comes. I don't know. On Anchor, it lets you like choose per episode, but I don't know if they all just come
Oh,
up
yeah.
as it. I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know.
So the people who have it filtered to not see us, they won't see.
Oh, really?
No, I don't know. Some
Oh.
people might. Like,
Oh. I thought it was just there so that
Stephanie
like
Meyer.
kids don't listen.
yeah.
Stephanie Meyer, yeah.
Um,
That's an obscure reference.
yeah, no, I think half of our audience will get it. But if you have no idea, you're just like, why did you just say that? Okay, 2006, that 70s show ends after 8 seasons.
Sad.
Sad.
Do you think it was the right time or could have kept going?
should have ended sooner?
Oh, okay.
I think.
Opposite.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think it went on like one season too long. Because in the last season, Eric is not even in it.
Oh,
He like leaves Topher Grace.
Man.
He's the main character.
yeah.
Can't go
Hate
on.
when that happens.
As the show ends, Mila and Ashton are both very busy. Ashton stars in movies like The Guardian, What Happens in Vegas, Spread, and Personal Effects. And he's also still, doing Punk'd and everything. And Mila co-stars in films like After Sex, Moving McAllister, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Max Payne, The Book of Eli, Date Night, and then Black Swan, which I think Black Swan was like her.
Her big serious role.
I feel like it was like her big break in a way,
Yeah.
even though like people knew her from other stuff. That's how she became like more A-list.
Yeah.
And in Mark Maron's podcast years later, she said that she, at the end of the 70s show, like she really just saw acting as like a hobby that she did. She didn't really see it as her career. And so at this age, she was deciding between if she was going to go to college. And she actually, I think, applied to colleges and then said to her parents, like, can I just defer and then try out acting? And I think that's like crazy. Like, she was 22 and she asked her parents for permission.
Yeah.
She'd already been on a TV show for 8 years.
That is crazy.
To me, that shows like how down to earth she
Yeah.
is.
Wow. That's cool.
So I really like her. And then in 2011, January, Mila Kunis's publicist confirms that she and Macaulay Culkin have split after 9 years and that they remain close friends. And later on, Mila said that this was a horrible breakup and said on the Dax Shepard podcast that she said, it was fucked up what I did and how I did it. And so when I got to be single, I was like, I need to figure myself out and I genuinely need to know why I did what I did.
Ooh, okay.
She later said she didn't cheat on him, but it's like, what did she do?
Need to do them someday. Maybe she broke up with him, but kept kind of pushing it down the road and
Maybe.
getting back together. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like maybe she broke up with him to date Justin Timberlake.
Oh, really?
Because, like, that was
maybe
right after that, there were rumors that she was with Justin Timberlake, and they both denied it. But I think they did have a thing going on.
Wow.
But it seems like she kind of regretted it at the time.
How she acted or regretted
Oh,
breaking
maybe-
up with him?
I don't know.
Oh.
I thought it was like how she acted and how she, like breaking up with him, but I'm not sure.
We'll have to look into it someday.
And so a week after that,
Week after.
Yeah, but this is like unrelated.
Oh.
But this movie, No Strings Attached, comes out starring Ashton Kutcher and Natalie Portman about two friends who start having casual sex and then fall in love.
Wow.
And then about 2 months later, a trailer for the film Friends with Benefit drops, starring Mila Kunis and Justin Timberlake about two friends who start having casual sex and then fall in love.
Wow.
And around this time, like I said, Mila is linked to Justin Timberlake. And then only a few months later, in November, Demi Moore announces that she and Ashton plan to get divorced.
Sad.
And also this year, this is when Ashton Kutcher starts starring on 2.5 Men to replace Charlie Sheen. So then in January of 2012, Demi Moore is hospitalized for stress and exhaustion. I think the relationship had just gotten really bad at that point, and it was just very hard for both of them.
Damn.
But only a week later at the Golden Globes, Mila and Ashton run into each other backstage, and she later described this, and I'll share it.
Ooh.
Then we went our separate ways, and in our 20s, always kept in touch on, AOL iChat.
Oh, yeah.
So we would always be like, hey, how's it going? How's life? Like, always just, but we both had independent relationships, had a whole separate life. I ran into him at an award show, and at first I was like, wow, that guy's really tall. Like, that's what I thought. And then he turned around, and I went, oh! And then that moment that you hear or see in movies where, like, your heart skips a beat, and it happened with Ashton, and I was like, oh, stop it. Like, I was like, no, it was the weirdest thing. I was like, this isn't really happening. So here's where it becomes really funny, is he's like, oh, my God, I haven't seen you in so long. And I was like, yeah, okay. And then he was like, why don't you come over to my house for a housewarming party?
Oh, yeah. Someone's about to get punked. Yeah.
Kind of, yes. So before the punking happened, I found out later in life that my husband was trying to set me up on a blind date with one of his best friends that night.
Oh,
so he was like, come over. And he had like a friend that he wanted to set me up with. And that didn't happen. Yeah.
Who was the friend?
Oddly enough, that friend ended up dating somebody that my husband went on a date with later. Like, it's all meant to be. And no, it's all good. It's all a good thing.
It is meant to be.
Yeah.
That is so cute. Oh my gosh.
I know, isn't
so
it?
sweet.
Like, she just saw him from afar and was like, who's that good-looking guy?
Yeah.
And then suddenly realized, oh my God, that's my friend.
It's Ashton. Wow.
It's like that, like, 80s, like, the music, like the slow-mo when someone sees someone from across a room.
Yeah. That's really cute.
And, yeah, so that night of that party that she talked about, like the housewarming party, that's when they shared their first kiss.
What? They kissed that night?
Yeah, so years
Even
later...
though he was supposedly trying to set it up.
Yeah, so I think,
what about
like...
his friend?
I know. I wonder if his friend
kind
knew.
of shitty.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm going to set you up with Mila Kunis. Actually, I'm making out with her now.
Yeah. I know, and they're, like, adults. They're,
Yeah.
like, in their 30s. Like, well, I actually think she might be in her late 20s.
Wow.
He later told Elle magazine, he said, I think I was smoking cigarettes at the time, and I was still a smoker. And she had just quit smoking, and she was like, she wanted me to do all the shotgun cigarette smoke so she could breathe it in. And I was all like, all right. And I started doing this. And gradually through the night, it got closer and closer and closer. It was kind of obvious that things were happening.
Whoa. Wow.
Yeah, that's like, so she must have
very
thought
flirty.
he invited her over because
Yeah.
he liked her.
Yeah. Guess he did.
Wow. But he probably didn't think that she liked him. So.
That's so cute.
And so after that, they started hooking up, but like super casually, like literally just friends with benefits.
That's crazy that they actually did that.
Yeah. Because they both were in that movie, like the same movie.
Wow.
And Mila told Mark Maron on his What the Fuck podcast years later that it was the first time since her breakup from Macaulay Culkin that she'd actually sleep over at a guy's place, because I guess she was like kind of doing a lot of casual sex with people around this time.
Oh, wow.
And she said, it was the first time that I ever slept over at a guy's place since becoming single. When I was single, I was so adamant and never staying at the guy's place that I was like piecing out. And he was like, you're not leaving. And that was the first time.
Wow.
But it was just casual sex. And so then Ashton apparently started dating somebody. And there were rumors at this time that he was dating Rihanna. But Rihanna has denied that.
Okay.
But isn't that crazy? Because Rihanna also supposedly was maybe dating Justin Timberlake, who was supposedly dating Mila Kunis.
Everyone is connected.
I know.
How does Drake fit in here?
Probably. Well, Rihanna, yeah. I don't know.
Natalie Portman and Justin Timberlake. Anything happen with them?
Probably. They both.
Okay, well, we can't just make that up.
Weren't they in a movie together?
Well, they are the other co-stars.
I know, but I feel like they had something related to each other.
Oh, remember at SNL they were being really flirty together?
Oh yeah,
that just came up.
Oh yeah, in the Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel episode. Yeah, that makes sense. Really flirty.
Yes. Yes.
He's been involved with everybody.
I can't believe this.
Yeah. So Mila obviously was really distraught that he was supposedly dating somebody, because she realized that she actually was starting to catch feelings for him. And so she said that it was almost like a gut punch.
Who was he dating?
We don't know.
Oh, okay.
But she said when she found out about it, she was like, it was like she had been kicked in the stomach. It would be tough. And so Mila said to Ashton, what'd she say? You know what? I actually care about you. This is what she said. You know what? I actually really care about you. I don't want to mess anything up, so I'm just going to walk away before it becomes too much. And after that, Ashton asked her to move in.
That's what you gotta do, ladies.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do. Either you find something else, or a lot of times the guy goes, okay, I'll do what you want.
Yeah, you have to be willing to walk away to get what you want.
You do. You can't be too available. That doesn't work.
In relationships and in careers.
What? What about when you're interviewing?
Yeah.
You do have to be available when you're at the job.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And in a relationship, but I just mean like in the courting phase. Yeah. If it seems like a guy isn't that into you, you can't like double down.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
If she started freaking out at him or whatever, it would never have worked out.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I know, but that's so hard to remember when you're actually like in it.
It is hard.
But
it's wicked hard.
Yeah.
But wow. Yeah.
Yeah, because of that, he broke it off with whoever he was starting to date and was like, oh no, I don't want to lose Mila.
Yeah. Sorry for that other girl.
I know. Rihanna.
She didn't want to marry Ashton Kutcher.
No, she didn't. But so around this time, the press also starts picking up that something is happening between Mila and Ashton. So paparazzi snaps a picture of them walking in a parking lot, and People magazine reports that they spent a weekend together in Carpinteria, California, where they dined on sushi and shopped for fruit and flowers.
Nice.
Yeah, and one source tells People that he was so in love with her for a while when they worked together.
Really? Interesting.
And he thought she was a goddess, was always talking about how beautiful she was, but she was with Macaulay Culkin for a lot of that time and also just generally gave off a not interested vibe. Which I would believe. But he was also with Demi Moore and like so many other people, so.
Yeah, what the heck? She is gorgeous. She is a goddess.
Another source says that they had never gotten together before, but that they weren't surprised at all by it happening. And another source said he always talked about Mila like a little sister. They're definitely close pals and have been. I think if anything, she's a good time for him, but he's not looking for anything serious.
Who said that?
I know.
What the fuck?
I would love to be like a source that gives quotes to someone. I mean, I wouldn't do that for my.
Sounds like you would. I think it could lead to a lot of drama.
Well, what if you're a source, like, you have inside information, but the person's not your friend? And you could get paid $200 to tell a magazine about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I just wouldn't want that person to somehow know it was me.
I know.
Unless
that's true.
Unless it was something good, as in someone's wedding and I say it was beautiful or something.
Well, what if you give a positive quote?
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Like, oh, they're really happy together. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But so also this same month, Mila is asked about the relationship by Ben Lyons of Extra TV, and this is her response.
Lastly, now when you see, you and Ashton hanging out, everybody thinks, oh, they're dating, but you must laugh about that.
I do. Well, listen, I can answer. Yes, it's very absurd. I've never commented on my personal life. I'm not gonna start commenting on my personal life now. But when you stand, it's a friend. A friend is a friend.
That's all.
It's not her friend.
No, but
come on.
Like around this time, like they're hooking up. She likes him. She doesn't know what's gonna happen. He's starting to date someone else, and then she's asked about it on the red carpet. Like, that's gotta be tough.
That is tough. But I thought, is this before or after she?
We don't know.
Oh, okay. She said she's gonna walk away.
A friend is a friend. She's about to move in with them.
A friend is a friend.
And so she later also, okay, I only have a few more clips, but that same month is the first time that Ashton told Mila that he loved her, and she shared that story on the Kelly Clarkson show. I thought it was cute.
I heard that Ashton recently, he talked about the first time he said, I love you, and he said he was super drunk.
Yeah.
Is that real?
Here's the irony in how real it is. It happened to me, and it happened to my mother. So my dad told my mom he was in love with her 3 months into their relationship, schmammered, fully schmammered. And my mom went, all right, talk to me in the morning. Like, we'll reconvene this.
Yeah.
Same thing happened to me with my husband. 3 months into our relationship, he showed up in my house at 2 o'clock in the morning, and he was like, I love you so much. And I was like, oh, Lord, have mercy. I was like, go to bed. And he goes, no, I love you so much. And I was like, okay, if you remember
great.
this.
Go home.
Yeah, like, go to night-night. But same thing. And then in the morning, my dad and my husband.
I think what we've learned here, it's not about them, but you and your mom are very powerful women. 3 months in, and they're just done. I like that.
3 months in. But Ashton and I have known each other for
that's true. That's
20
true.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little show called That 70s Show. Yeah, that's true. Totally forgot till just now.
20 years, wow.
And yeah.
Wow.
Ashton has talked about that same experience. We haven't really heard his voice much, so I'll share that as well.
The first time I told my wife that I love her was while listening to You and Tequila. I might have had a little too much tequila. I sort of drunk at her house at 2 in the morning and just started screaming, You and Tequila make me crazy. And I told her I love her, and she's like, don't say it if you don't mean it. Are you going to love me in the morning when you wake up from this hangover? And I woke up the next morning.
Oh,
how cute.
That is cute. Very sweet.
I know. I feel bad. There's not a lot of drama.
Why do you feel bad?
Because it's just everything is that's cute.
I like it.
I know.
I know I'm saying that too much. I need to come up with some other phrases.
I don't think it's that strange that the first time you tell someone you love them is when you're drunk.
I don't think so either. Yeah, it happens.
I feel like the first time that people hook up, they're often drunk too.
Yeah.
It's a social lubricant.
You
really, sometimes you need that liquid courage.
At least have a glass of wine or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So in May or June, they're spotted, they're just spotted having lunch in LA a lot, but nothing's confirmed. And then in July, Ashton is filming the Steve Jobs film, and Mila is photographed on set, and they're kissing. So they're really
it's
together.
real.
Mm-hmm. And so like this is when the people like us are first learning that they're together, but they've really been hooking up since January. And there's also reports that they seemed very much like a couple at the wrap party for that movie. In August, they go to Bali together for a week and are photographed holding hands at the airport. Interestingly, at this time, Ashton, he's still legally married.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but neither him or Demi have even filed for divorce yet.
Oh, at this point.
At this point. So they're separated, but they're not. Maybe it's because she's going through like so much emotional stuff, though. There were reports around this time that Demi was having a really hard time seeing Ashton like publicly dating somebody. I don't think he was trying to really publicly date her, though. Like all these pictures are like paparazzi pictures.
Yeah. I can see that being hard, though.
Mm-hmm. And in September, there's so many PDA pictures of them, including this picture of them kissing in Central Park.
Let me see. Oh, wow. Okay, they had to know a camera's there.
I know.
It's so close.
And then
I guess they could have a huge lens.
That's really close, though.
Wow.
Even if they don't know a camera there, it's such a public place. Like, people are going to see you kissing.
They look very in love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has, like, in one shot, his arm around her. That kind of looks a little staged. Who knows?
No. No.
In October, people think that Mila has a baby bump in paparazzi pictures with Ashton, but her rep denies it. And I don't think she's pregnant here, but sources say that they're trying for a baby. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
It
was true.
Yeah, in November, Ashton files for divorce officially from Demi in LA. And just 2 days later, him and Mila go on a romantic getaway to Rome and are photographed kissing and holding hands a lot. And there are reports that they're going animal shopping. They're going looking at animal shelters to get a dog.
Should I cut that out?
No, you can keep it.
Say, don't let PETA hear that.
I know,
We talked about PETA in the Lindsay Lohan and Samantha Ronson episode.
Even when you adopt a dog, don't you have to pay a fee?
Yeah, I believe you do.
You're kind of buying it no matter what.
Support the shelter somehow. Anyway,
so that December, things are getting serious. Mila, well, they already live together, but Mila spends the holidays with Ashton and his family in Iowa.
Nice.
In January, they spend their first week of the new year in Rio together. They're traveling a lot.
Wow.
They're having fun. It's reported that they're supposedly house hunting in homes in London together.
Jealous.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very jealous of that.
In February, they sit courtside at the Lakers game. Also that month, this is when Mila first confirms their relationship on Ellen. Do you want to watch a clip? It's cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
All right.
No, like I said, I don't know if there's anyone in your life or not, so I'm not going to push on that. Let's just change the subject entirely. So, you were on that show, that 70s show, and I'm just wondering, do you keep in touch with that cast at all?
Yeah, we all keep in touch.
Yeah? Who? Anybody more than the others? Oh, remember that? That's Ashton Kutcher. Is that Ashton Kutcher?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've worked with him.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
How is he doing, I wonder? Have you talked to him at all? Just recently. I don't know when's the last time you talked to him? I don't know. I'm just asking. Curious. It's a entertainment. It's a showbiz question.
It's been give or take a couple minutes.
Oh.
That's so cute.
Oh, Ellen.
I know.
That cracked me up a little bit.
I had a little soft spot for Ellen.
She was Dory.
I know. Come on, guys. Let's forgive her.
She was Dory.
Yeah. I've seen people like get mad that Ellen like ask invasive questions to celebrities like about who they're dating when they don't want to talk about it. Like they're celebrities
and they're adults.
Yeah.
Usually. I think when you're an adult, you got to just deal with people. And if you don't want to answer a question, you just say politely, I don't want to answer that.
Yeah.
It doesn't make someone a criminal for asking a question.
Yeah, exactly. And like people are talking about it, and like it's a part of your career, honestly.
Yeah, it's a talk show.
You know what you're getting on yourself.
Hello?
Yeah. You can just be like, oh, we're friends. And, you know.
Yeah.
Don't take yourself so seriously.
Ugh. And Samantha Ronson only had good things to say about Ellen.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
We keep talking about her. Well, you know, on this show, we bring in Ellen's interviews a lot. So
Exactly.
She comes up. She comes up.
She does.
But that cracked me up.
But, yeah, and everyone's connected, so.
Yeah.
So one of these days we'll cover Ellen.
I bet people hate Howard Stern, right?
Oh, probably, yeah.
But he gets the most
info
out of anybody.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Barbara Walters, by the way.
Rest
Reporters,
in peace.
Interviewers.
Yeah.
I think 94. Pretty good.
Wow.
Anyways, March Ashton is asked about their relationship by Elle Magazine. They really get a lot of stuff from him.
Weirdly. Elle Magazine.
Yeah. You must have a deal with them
random.
or something. And he says, I've learned that there are a lot of things in your life that really benefit from being private, and relationships are one of them. And I'm going to do everything in my power to have this relationship be private. It's kind of confirming it, though.
Yeah.
By saying this relationship.
Oh, man.
But we
Did
already
I
know
just
it.
totally screw up by talking about my boyfriend in this
No,
episode?
yeah. No,
Oh,
but
no.
he says that, but like they're a really public couple now. Like they do talk, like, you know,
yeah.
She literally said, or he said, that she was shotgunning like a cigarette or something.
Oh, yeah,
And, like
yeah.
that's really detailed.
Yeah.
So, and they do a lot of interviews together now. They're really public.
Yeah.
So there's like even more paparazzi pictures throughout the rest of that year. They go to they go to China in August. There's more PDA, just a lot. And then in September, Ashton and Demi both attended a tech conference together.
Wait, is her name Demi? Not Demi?
I think it's Demi Moore, right?
Oh.
Or is it Demi Moore?
Because I always thought it was Demi Moore.
I thought it was Demi Moore.
Oh.
I don't know.
Well, I've heard you started to say Demi, then said Demi.
I feel like the full name it's Demi Moore.
Uh-huh.
But the first name alone is Demi, right?
Yeah, but you said Demi.
I know, yeah. But shouldn't it really be Demi?
I think it's Demi.
You think so?
Yeah. I
Maybe.
don't think it's Demi.
I thought it was Demi Moore.
I feel like it's more emphasis on EM than the I.
But it's not the same Demi as Demi Lovato.
I think it is.
It is?
Yeah.
I thought it was
spelled the same.
I know, but I thought it was pronounced differently.
I don't know.
Maybe,
I don't think so.
I feel like it's up to people's interpretation.
I've just never heard the name Demi.
Yeah, I thought it was
like
Demi.
I've heard someone else
Demi
named
Moore.
Demi. I don't know.
I'm
I
not
could be
sure.
wrong, but I thought it was Demi.
I'm not sure. That actually kind of comes up later, though, the
Oh, really?
pronunciation of her name.
Why?
I'll get to
Okay.
it. But so they both attended the exes a tech conference together in San Jose, California for a joint venture for a company called Thorn, which Ashton is the president of. But I don't know if Demi, if she's still involved with that, but it's like an anti-trafficking organization.
That's nice.
It's a tech company. I feel like that's what Ashton like really does. But he actually has a lot of money from that, I think.
He makes money from that?
Yeah,
Oh.
he's like really, really rich actually.
Wow.
And they supposedly were on good terms, him and Demi.
You can say Demi. Can we like look it up? Like,
yeah, let's look
in
it
a
up.
video, does she say
'Cause
like what her name is?
Yeah, I think we need to confirm
Yeah.
this.
Demi Moore.
Demi, right? Isn't that what I was saying?
Play it again. Well, how does she
Demi
say
Moore.
it? I still feel like it's not like Demi.
How do we Demi Moore saying her
Demi?
name?
Demi. Okay.
We're back.
Yeah.
So yeah, it seems like things are like on an okay track with Demi.
Demi?
It's not Demi like Demi Lovato. I know that. So November, December, things are going pretty well. They're spending the holidays together. Mila accompanies Ashton to put down his dog at the vet.
Oh,
sad.
That's too
A
bad.
lot of euthanasia in this episode. And there are rumors that they're engaged and that Mila is pregnant. And then in February, after 2 years of dating, it's official. They are engaged. Mila and Ashton Mila was spotted wearing an engagement ring on her left finger, and it apparently cost $250,000, and Mila never actually wears it because it's like a safety risk.
Wow. She never wears it?
Not out and about in public, because she said she's worried someone would like chop her finger off.
Oh my gosh. Maybe they should just have a cheaper ring.
I know.
What's the point?
So, oh my gosh, in March they're spotted at the Pistons Clippers game and they kiss on the kiss cam. It's so cute.
Really? Oh. He turned his hat around to kiss her.
So cute. And she's like laughing.
It's very sweet.
And then in April, Mila guest stars on an episode of 2.5 Men, and they have a scene together. It's very like self-referential. Do you want to see it? It's like,
sure.
Okay.
I bet you only date hot actresses.
God, no. I'd never date an actress. They're all crazy.
I'm sure they're not all crazy.
Trust me, they are.
I don't get this whole fascination with celebrities anyway. I mean, who cares who's dating whom or who's engaged to who or who has a sex tape that no one will ever see?
I know, but I have to say, I am a sucker for anything having to do with Brangelina or Kimye.
Yeah, I have no idea what that means. I thought we were eating Kimye.
I've never really seen 2.5 Men. Kind of seems like he's playing the same character though.
Yeah.
I like hot dogs.
I think I have seen it on TV when I was younger, but not his era, not his time. I know now, or I don't know if it's still on, but he was on the sitcom The Ranch, which Charlie watches. And it's weird because it's a sitcom, but I think because it's on Netflix, they can swear. So it kind of blows my mind.
There's a laugh track?
Yeah, there's a laugh track.
I didn't even know they still
say,
made shows like that.
Yeah, they say fuck and stuff, and so it's very weird for me.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, Danny Masterson was on that show too, the guy who plays Hyde.
Yes, I saw that.
In May, it's confirmed that Mila is pregnant with their first child.
Whoa.
And on Ellen, she like talks about her cravings and stuff, and she says that Ashton is really good and like gets her all of everything that she needs. It's really cute. And she says that she's going to do an all-natural birth with no epidural. And she's like, I know I'm crazy. I did this to myself. I might as well do it right.
Does she end up doing that?
I think she does. Yeah, I think she does it for both her pregnancies. Wow. I could never. I would never, ever, ever. But
I don't
kudos to
know.
people who could. Yeah, I feel like you would.
I feel like it's just hard not knowing how it feels.
Exactly.
I don't know.
I like trust that it's really painful.
Yeah. I need more information.
I also feel like if I was someone doing that, even if I said I wasn't going to do an epidural, like as soon as you start feeling in pain, you would, but who knows. And then on October 14th, 2014, their daughter Wyatt Isabel Kutcher was born, and both of them took off several months of work to just be home with their daughter, and they didn't have any like nanny or anything for like several months.
Nice.
I know. 2015, they officially got married on the 4th of July.
That's cool.
At a private ceremony in Oakland, California. And Mila said on that Marc Maron podcast that she had never believed in marriage until she had kids, and that changed her mind.
Oh, interesting.
And Topher Grace that year, he was interviewed and he was asked what he thought about the two of them getting together. And he said, it's funny because it's fascinating to everyone, but it's fascinating to everyone in the cast too, because no, I mean, we were all buddies, but it's so great. It's like two of your best friends from high school met years after high school and they got together. It's so cool. One maybe scandalous thing just maybe,
what?
Is that several tabloids reported this story in 2016 that Ashton was seen leaving an LA massage parlor called Ancient Therapy, which is known for giving happy ending massages. And Ashton's rep reportedly denied it or said nothing inappropriate happened and nothing inappropriate was offered to him. Any implication to the contrary is a lie.
I guess it's possible.
Yeah,
He's just getting a normal massage.
Even if he got a happy ending one, like I don't even know if that's like necessarily cheating.
That phrase is really funny to me. Well, I think it would be. Wouldn't he have to stop it? Like, what the heck?
Yeah, but like, what if like that was like a thing him and Mila talked about, where he was like, "Oh, I always wanted to get one of these." Like, it's just,
wait, is it like a hand job?
Yeah, it's like a hand job. So the person like ejaculates.
Gee.
I mean, this is I would like to believe this is a lie. I don't think
it could very well be a lie,
but that's what it's known for. It's called Ancient Therapy if you're interested.
Look it up.
Yeah.
Is it in Los Angeles?
It's in LA.
Okay.
Yeah. It's one of the top 10 entries on rubmaps.com.
What the fuck is that?
I think that's a site where people
Ew. Rub maps?
Half of the reviews openly discuss receiving sexual gratification.
That's crazy.
One satisfied customer claiming he got a good topless tug. According to the report. Mm-hmm. Again, like this could just be a complete lie. That's like, this is the most juicy thing I've found. Like I haven't found any other thing that indicates like any cheating, which is really nice.
Yeah.
I was scared of that. I was so scared.
Well, if he supposedly dated on Demi Moore, it does make you think. There is that saying, once a cheater, always a cheater, so you worry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you believe that? Once a cheater, always a cheater?
I don't know, honestly.
I don't know. I don't know if like we can really like make blanket statements like that.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think some people do have very poor control problems and probably do cheat in most of their relationships, but I do believe sometimes it just happens, and that person isn't necessarily like hardwired to be a cheater.
Yeah. I also think like it must, like if you break this moral code that you have with yourself that you wouldn't ever cheat on someone, and then you cheat on someone, and maybe there are no repercussions from that, or it like felt good or you liked it, it would be harder to avoid doing that again in the future. So maybe then you'd always cheat because you're like, well, I've cheated many times by now, so what difference does it make?
Yeah. I do like to think that people can work on themselves though and can change and change their habits. So
yeah,
I don't know.
But they'd have to have consequences from like if he had a marriage ended because he cheated, and his next marriage he's gonna be like, well, I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So but things seem really happy between them. Like not long after that, he announces on Seth Meyers' show that they're having a baby boy, and he's just like really excited. And in that same interview, he talks about how he had learned some Russian so he could understand Mila's family.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's really sweet. And then in November 2016, their second son, a boy, Dimitri Portwood, is born, and it's reported that he might go by the nickname Demi.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that is a nickname for Dimitri.
Yeah. But that's where the pronunciation is weird because it's so similar to Demi.
Yeah.
Demi.
Is it Demi?
It's Dimi. So just that second vowel is different.
First vowel.
First vowel.
Yeah. Although I think it's more Demi.
Yeah.
Or Demi? I don't know. I don't get how she says it.
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore.
Take dirty picture, babe. No, but she says in that song, Phoebe Bridgers, the way she pronounces something sounds like Demi Moore. I don't want to be stoned anymore. And stoned Demi Moore. Stoned Demi Moore. Stoned anymore. Okay. Anyways.
Stoned Stone Demi Moore. That's Demi Moore.
Yeah, that is Demi Moore. Stone Demi Moore.
Yeah, Demi.
Stone Demi Moore.
That is odd that would be his. That I don't know. That is too close to.
Yeah, I almost feel like they didn't even think about it, to be honest. So in 2017, Mila and Ashton appear on an episode of this show called My House, and they renovate Mila's parents' condo together. This might be
My house.
One last clip I have, I think. It's just a teeny tiny clip.
You know, when you have your own family and you come into another family, you always think that no other family will be as connected and loving and caring as your own family, except for you guys. I couldn't ask for better in-laws. Like, we're family, and there's no distinction between Mila's family and my family. And now I feel like we have a space that is as befitting as the love that the space holds. So,
thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
As much as we're arguing constantly, we love you anyway.
I love their Russian accent.
I know, I love his accent. Oh, and her mom's so cute and short.
Yeah.
They're very public.
Yeah.
Definitely threw that out the window about, I want to keep my relationship private.
I feel like it's because they're so established in their relationship. Like, they don't really feel like they need to hide anything because it's not, like, rocky.
Yeah.
I feel like in the beginning of the relationship, though, like, you would want to keep it really private.
Makes sense.
And then I keep talking about this interview, but in 2018, Mila went on Marc Maron's podcast to promote The Spy Who Dumped Me, which is her movie. And she talked about how Ashton really loved Demi's 3 daughters and still maintains a relationship with them. And she said that him and Demi had a really real relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that she would have never expected to end up with Ashton back in the day, and said, "It's the weirdest story that nobody believes, but it's the God honest truth. You know, he and I talked about it and we're like, God, had we connected in the past, what would we have connected? No, the people that we were back then would never be together. But it's just such a bummer that we missed out on 20 years together. I look back and think we could have spent 20 years together. We could have never been together if we didn't both go through what we went through in order to be the people that we were when we met."
Yeah. It's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I get that feeling. I mean, I also, like, with Charlie, I think we had to go through what we went through, and I wouldn't take it back. But at the same time, sometimes I do get a little sad that it's not 20 years, but I'm sad that we lost some years.
Like, you didn't get to be with him, like, through, like, college and stuff like that.
But oh well.
Yeah. It's just, like, it's all about timing.
Mm-hmm.
Right person, wrong time.
Yep.
Wrong time. I don't know. What's the opposite of that? Wrong person, right time.
Wrong person at the right. What does that mean?
I don't know. I guess I saw a thing the other day online. Who knows if this is true? This is a saying that a woman will marry the right person.
Okay.
And a man will marry, like, who's in front of him at the right time. So, like, women marry when they meet the person. Men marry when they're ready.
No.
Yeah, I don't think that
sounds shitty.
Yeah.
So men, it could just be anybody.
Yeah, men.
No, I think that happens for both sides sometimes.
Yeah. When people decide that they want to get married, they just marry the person that they happen to be dating at that point. It's not like.
But you do have to be in the right place.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I actually don't. I don't know. I guess some people settle, but if someone's happy in their relationship, you can never say that it was. Oh, just because they happen to be dating them.
Yeah,
if you're there in love, then like how can that be?
Yeah, I just think some people might be like. I don't know. Maybe like they marry someone. It wasn't like the greatest love of their life or something, but they're at an age where they're like, I do want to get married, so they like marry the person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that would be. That's that kind of situation.
But it's like basically I think what it's saying is a woman is more likely to get married like earlier on if she just meets the right person and she like is done dating, whereas a man is like more likely to like get married like when they hit that age where they want to get married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've been saying forever.
Yeah. Oh. I
Well, it's kind of like the reason why men get married later. we've talked about this.
Why are men like just like more like emotionally unavailable?
Because they don't need to be, because they don't have the biological clock
so
issue.
true.
That's what I mean, that we've already talked about.
Yeah, that's true. We have talked about it.
It's just like another way of saying it.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
When it comes down
yeah,
to
men
it,
don't have any rush, and it's
They
like
don't.
when women are like clingier or whatever, like it's like that is how we're programmed to be.
Yeah. Mm.
That's sad.
It is sad. I mean, maybe we need to just remind men in society that you are not going to get to spend as much time with your kids and grandkids because you're going to die.
Exactly. That's so true. I honestly, I know this is like maybe not good. It's not my place to say, but like when there's like rock stars and stuff who have kids in their like 70s.
Oh, yeah.
It makes me really sad. I think it's honestly a little bit like selfish because you're setting that kid up to go through a very traumatic experience early in their life.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. You're never going to meet your grandkids.
No.
Probably. I mean, I guess you could be
unless
90 and then you meet your like baby grandkid.
Because your kid is like a teen parent or something.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, I know so many people who like they have an older parent and it's such a huge stress in their life because they're always like burdened by knowing that they're going to lose their parents earlier than other people.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I mean, my parents are kind of old, but not super old. But I guess no one knows how long they have their parents for.
That's true.
So I would say that the most like scandalous thing or like the blind item that's like the most controversial about Mila and Ashton is that they seemingly or maybe are still friends with Danny Masterson, who played Hyde on that 70s show, who was accused of rape by several people in 2017 and was actually arrested in 2020 after the allegations were investigated. And he seems like not a good person. Like he hasn't been, what do you call that? Found guilty. But it seems like there's just a lot of allegations that it's hard to not believe. And he's a Scientologist as well. And so like one of the accusers, like supposedly 2 of her dogs were like poisoned to death. And
why?
Supposedly maybe by like the Scientologist community.
Why?
For as a retaliation
Oh my
or
gosh.
like to try to get her to not speak out. And Mila and Ashton, like they in 2019, like they were like in a photo booth with Danny and like hanging out with him, and there's just like blind items that like they're still good friends with him. But I do think that's really complicated. Like they must probably believe that he's innocent, I'm guessing.
Maybe. I don't know. Is that he wasn't arrested for like child pornography or anything, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
He was
Cut
just
that out, cut
arrested.
that
Yeah. Yeah.
I just feel like there's been a lot of people like that. I was just
I
trying to
know.
make sure.
No, it was by like ex-girlfriends and
Mhm.
stuff.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Is he still on that show with him?
No, he
Oh.
got taken off of the
Mm.
ranch. And he's not on that 90s show, which is so sad because I loved that character so much. But man, you can separate the character from the actor.
Yeah.
One of the victims of Danny Masterson said, because you know, like Mila and Ashton are like big into the like anti-trafficking thing, said, as much as I applaud them for standing up for women, I'm left confused and heartbroken as to why they refuse to stand up for all the women that they know who have been violently raped by their friend Danny Masterson. Which is kind of true. Like that is like, I don't know. Maybe they're not as close as people think they are, but
Maybe not. Are there actually pictures of them with him?
yeah, like at a wedding.
We don't know. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they think they can like change him or something. I don't know what their reason would be.
Yeah. They mostly
Or
think,
yeah, maybe they think he's innocent.
yeah.
I don't know.
I do have to say, like, I feel like that would be really tough. Like, if you had a really close friend, like, think of your best friend in the whole world, and, like, they were accused of something.
Yeah.
and you like love them so much and like they swore to you up and down that they're innocent, like you might have a really hard time believing it because you're so subjective.
Yeah, I know. If you never suspected they would do something like that and they've been your friend for 20 years or whatever, it probably would be hard to turn on them.
Yeah. But from the outside, it doesn't seem like he's a good guy. It seems pretty bad.
Yeah.
So that's a little disappointing, but we don't really know how close they are with him. But that is really the most scandalous thing about them. And it doesn't really seem like there's any blind items or rumors that like drive a wedge through them. Like anything bad about them, it's like bad together, you know.
They're
partners in crime.
Both partners in crime
Yeah.
with the Danny situation.
Yeah, not good. In August, an entertainment source tells People magazine Mila and Ashton have a very fulfilling life and love sharing the responsibilities of being parents. Their children keep them busy and cause stress, but they are both so well grounded in their relationship. It has done nothing but bring them closer together. They are very happy.
Nice.
And in September of that year, Demi Moore's memoir Inside Out is released, which doesn't really paint Ashton in the best light. And that same day that it comes out, he tweets, "I was about to push the button on a really snarky tweet. Then I saw my son, daughter, and wife and deleted it."
Oh. Man.
So he didn't say anything else about it. And that same year, he was diagnosed with the very rare autoimmune disease called vasculitis, which knocked out his vision, hearing, and equilibrium for several months. And
jeez, he couldn't see?
No, I guess not.
Not at all?
Or
It was just
he
blurry?
must have been able to see a little bit. Because if he couldn't see or hear, that's really scary.
That's nuts.
But I think it was like really, really scary.
Wow.
And Mila was like by his side through it all and stuff.
Is he okay now?
Yeah, he's okay. But so like no one knew about this for like 3 years, and then later he like revealed it on a TV show.
Wow.
And it's so funny because like Mila was being asked in interviews about it, and they're like, you know, he revealed this scary diagnosis, and she was like, "Oh, about that? He's fine."
Oh my god.
She's like, "That was 3 years ago. He's fine. He's like running a marathon."
That's funny.
Yeah. She's like, the press is like making it this huge deal. It's like no big deal.
Cute.
I only have a little bit more stuff. In 2020, they created a quarantine themed wine during the pandemic, which 100% of the proceeds went to various charities to support like the frontline workers and families affected by the shutdown.
That's nice.
Yeah, and they did a lot like recently, like with the Ukrainian, the war in Ukraine, to like support humanitarian charities for that. So I feel like they're becoming like very known for like charity work that
Nice.
they do together to cover up their friendship.
For some good PR.
Yeah, honestly.
Just kidding.
It is good PR. They also started a family farm during the pandemic, a corn farm at their house, which they called the Cuckoo Farms.
Cute.
Which cuckoo spelled Kuku because it's Kutcher and Kuna. But their last names begin with Ku.
That's true. That's true.
I would like that. If I got married, I would like to like marry someone that has like a similar enough last name, like the same initial and like maybe DU, you know, like because my last name's Duffy, you know.
That might be hard to find.
Yeah.
Don't be that picky.
That would be really picky. So yeah, there was also like I'm not gonna play the clip, but like they went on Kelly and Ryan, their show, and they were both asked like what they learned about each other. And it was just so cute because they both were like, I don't know, we know each other so well, like. But Mila said that Ashton, that she learned that he's a really good teacher because he was homeschooling their kids. And he learned that she's really good at multitasking, I guess.
Wow.
But it was cute. Like, they just seem like they really notice each other, you know?
Yeah. Aww.
And I can't like play out every clip, but they do so many joint interviews, and they're just like so like that same one from when they were younger. Like, they're just like have a lot of cute banter, and they're funny and playful.
Lots of energy.
Mm-hmm. In 2021, they did a Cheetos Super Bowl commercial. Do you want to see it?
What year was it?
2021.
Sure. I wonder if I've seen it before.
Just tell him it wasn't you.
But I caught you at the counter.
Wasn't me.
Saw you snacking on the sofa.
Wasn't me.
You even had him in the shower.
It wasn't me.
I even caught you on camera.
You're the one who granted access to your snacks. Don't act surprised that she sneak behind your back. You gotta keep tabs before she empty that bag. Let's review the situation. Orange fingers, red flag. To keep your own stash, you gotta hide it better. If she asks where they are, you say forget her. Never admit to a word, and please don't upset her. And if she keep on snacking, I guess you let her.
Well, did you?
Wasn't me.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's the first time that's ever worked.
Funny.
I was thinking about it though, because it's just like, I think that they're a genuine couple, but when you do stuff like Super Bowl commercials like together, that adds some commercial aspect to your relationship.
Yeah. So,
I don't know. I mean, I don't think they need the money from stuff like that though.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. But it's like,
they were probably asked to do it.
yeah,
And they said sure.
Yeah, and they filmed it during the pandemic. It's like,
I mean,
going on?
Really though, because a lot of normal people work together with their spouse.
That is true. I guess I was gonna say so in that when you're, then their relationship somewhat becomes a product, because like that's a part of the like the commercial.
Yeah.
You know, like they're acting as a couple in the commercial.
As themselves.
So it's like they then have a financial incentive like to be together.
Mm-hmm.
But I think people have a lot of incentives to be together, and like financial one is a common one that even normal people have. So
yeah. Hopefully it doesn't become like the only way they make money is from their relationship in the media.
Yeah.
Then it would be weird, but
it would. I mean, I do think like it would be less lucrative to their careers if they broke up.
Yeah.
But it seems like they're so happy together that doesn't even matter. But
hopefully, some people are. What is? I'm forgetting their names right now. Dax Shepard.
Yes.
And
Kristen Bell.
Kristen Bell. They advertise their relationship a lot.
A lot. Yeah.
Too much, I would say. But that's just me.
Yeah, so speaking of, actually, that's perfect timing.
Oh, what?
Ashton and Mila this year, in 2021, they went on Dax Shepard's podcast, Armchair Expert. You probably remember this. And they said that they don't wash their kids every single day. And Mila admitted that she doesn't wash her body every day with soap.
Oh.
And like they were like kind of.
So?
Yeah. You don't remember this? People freaked out. So Mila said, I don't wash my body with soap every day, but I wash pits and tits and holes and soles. I wash my armpits and my crotch daily and nothing else ever. And then Ashton joked, I wash my armpits and my crotch daily and nothing. Or no, he said that. And then he said, I got a bar of Lever 2000 that delivers every time. And then Mila said, when I had children, I also didn't wash them every day. I wasn't the parent that bathed my newborns ever. And then Ashton said, if you can see dirt on them, clean them. Otherwise, there's no point. People freaked out about this. Like,
losers.
Literally, like, it was like a topic on all these different talk shows and stuff.
Why?
Because people were, it was like the headline was like Mila and Ashton don't bathe their kids.
Ugh,
and it
such
almost
clickbait.
it almost tried to make it seem like it was this like new age thing or whatever.
They neglect them.
Yeah.
I definitely, when I was little, definitely didn't get bathed every day. Definitely not.
I hated showers. I would like cry before a shower.
I feel like when I was little, I took a bath like once a week.
Me too. Me too.
And I wasn't cleaning anything else the rest of the week.
I feel like kids are like self-cleaning.
Yeah. What is the worst that could happen, really? Just that they smell bad and bother their classmates.
I guess
or something?
so. Yeah.
Like, so what?
Yeah, you like. I guess like if you, as long as they're wiping their kids, like I feel like that's like fine.
Yeah. Obviously they're wiping.
Yeah, but I'm not.
I don't shower every day.
Me neither. But that's controversial though. Honestly,
That's so lame.
Some people do think it's like weird to not shower every day.
That's. I don't know. I think some people are slightly germophobic, and that's okay. But and maybe you just love showering. I don't. Okay. It's
Me
such a
neither.
hassle, especially in winter. It's so cold when you get out.
I know.
It's a horrible
Makes your
experience.
skin dry. Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm in there, I like it, but then I don't want to get out. Tangent, but I don't shower every day.
No, I don't either.
Yeah.
Sometimes I've gone like 6 days without showering before.
Yeah.
Sue me.
Sue me.
No, some people like really do find that really disgusting. But I
Weird.
mean, it's a very American thing to shower all the time.
Yeah.
Like in Europe, I feel like my mom used to say that like our grandmother, she was from Ireland, that they would just bathe in like the lake.
Yeah.
Like once a
Nothing
week.
wrong with that.
Yeah.
Is Sean here? Oh, just
No.
keep thinking
I
that.
Yeah, so people,
I could keep talking about that all day.
I know, me
Oh
too.
my God.
People got so, but I hate that though. Like it was obviously a joke. Like, oh my God. Speaking of, John Mayer went on that podcast, Call Her Daddy,
Oh yeah.
and he was saying like, oh yeah, like after I have sex with women, like I serenade them, like I'm naked with my belly hanging out, like playing my guitar or something. The way he was saying it, it was so obviously a joke. And then all these headlines were like, John Mayer serenades
Oh my
women
gosh.
naked, and like people like were like-
Bothers me so much.
Yeah, people are like, he's such a creep. It's like that's taken so out of context.
Why is that creepy?
It was just with the way he said it, like with my belly hanging out.
Does
like
he have a beer belly?
no,
now?
he
Oh.
doesn't. It was like he was very exaggerating his language. So it's like people were picturing like John Mayer's like belly hanging over his guitar or something, and it's like people can't make sarcastic comments anymore.
You can't read just the headlines, people.
No, you had to listen to the clip. Like you had to hear the cadence
Yeah.
in their voice.
Yeah. You can't just skim. You can't just hear what some. Yeah, I feel like when someone makes a generalized statement like, "Oh, so and so is bad now," you need to look into it. You can't just believe that. You know? I don't know. Anyway,
they were obviously joking on that podcast, but that's
so down to earth of them.
I know.
I love it.
Ashton posted like a week later this Instagram video.
What? Oh my God.
It's
what?
water. It's water.
You're putting water on the children?
I know.
Are you trying to melt them? Are you trying to injure them with water? This is ridiculous. What's going on?
We're bathing our children.
That's like the 4th time this week. 4 times this week.
It's too much.
It's great. Their body oils are going to be destroyed. What are you trying to do?
That's adorable.
Yeah.
Oh.
You do have body oils.
It's true.
Though.
It's true.
So you shower too much. Here's the thing. If you shower too much, you are setting yourself up to need to shower too much because your
Right.
body is getting
And-
used to that.
And if you use a lot of harsh products, you're setting yourself up to rely on other products to fix what that is doing to you.
Yeah. Yes. Literally, it's a scam that you have to shower every day. You are feeding into capitalism. You are. It's the soap companies.
That's so true.
The soap companies.
If you feel gross,
Shower.
Do it.
Yeah.
If you think you smell, do it.
If you need to clear your head, do it.
But don't feel pressure.
No, if you feel fine,
yeah.
Or if you're not going anywhere, that's the crazy thing. If you're not going anywhere,
Yeah.
and you're not that gross feeling,
Yeah.
why waste the water in the shower? like, if I'm not leaving the house all day, I am not gonna shower.
And your hot water bill.
Exactly. And like conditioner.
Mm-hmm. I actually like to sometimes, I don't do it that often, but sometimes I do like to just wash my hair in the sink.
My mom did that to us growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That's kind of hard. It kind of hurts your neck a little.
I don't know why. I just feel like my hair comes out good when I do that. Better than when I do it in the shower. But I get it because we have curly hair, and I get it. Some people have straight hair, and I think that they think that their hair looks greasy or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's tough.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with wearing a bun on day 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Or braids or something. I don't know.
My senior year of college, I went a month without washing my hair.
Well, because you had purple hair.
I had, yeah. Oh, it was after I dyed it blue.
Oh,
so
okay.
I wanted it to last a long time.
Yeah. It comes right out.
Mm-hmm. I got it wet.
People don't know.
In the shower. I just didn't put anything in it.
Yeah. Because if you dye your hair, shampoo just takes it right out.
Exactly. That's such a waste of money.
Mm-hmm.
But my hair looked honestly fine. I think it was so dry that like it didn't get greasy at all. I like it when it gets a little greasy because I need it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that clip was so cute.
So cute.
I feel like he really
so real.
He really makes her laugh.
Yeah.
You know, after all this time.
Yeah. They laugh together.
Yeah.
Aww.
They're nice and goofy. It's kind of crazy. Their kids are like, I think like 10 or something now.
When was that from?
That was from 2 years ago. So cute. You can hear the kids' little voices in the shower. Adorable. Also in 2021, their home was featured in Architectural Digest.
No way.
Mm-hmm. Which is very public. Like, we're seeing inside their house now.
That's cool.
They have a house in Beverly Hills. It's very like barn style and sustainable, like solar panels and stuff.
Absolutely beautiful. All wooden. Huge windows.
Huge chandelier.
Yeah. Wow, that is gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Piano? Wow.
Oh, look at that, like, centerpiece.
It's very modern, rustic barn, but not overly rustic and not overly modern.
Yeah. I love the high ceiling.
Yeah. I can't believe that's their house.
I know.
Jeez.
And then I got some more pictures.
There's a pool, of course.
With those floating, like, chairs.
Wow.
Them with the chandelier. They're
posing in their house. Oh my god.
That looks really photoshopped. They're known to do that. Architectural Digest.
Oh, I thought you meant they're known to Photoshop.
No. Yeah, it's so gorgeous. Look at that fireplace. They have this beautiful fireplace. Beautiful, like, green couches.
There's wooden bunk beds. Cute. I like it. I would live there.
So yeah, it's their house. Let's see, what else do I have about them? Oh, I have another Super Bowl commercial from last year.
Oh.
Mila and Demi Moore appeared in a Super Bowl commercial together.
Kidding? That's crazy.
Yeah, AT&T.
What? Isn't that weird? That's crazy. They were up against each other.
I know, yeah. It definitely painted them as like enemies in a way. But obviously they must be chill with each other if they're doing a commercial.
They must be.
But my uncle actually was telling me, like, he is like kind of does entertainment stuff and with a lot of like celebrities, and he said that a lot of times commercials like this, I don't know about this one specifically, they're not really in the same room. They like film it separately.
Wow. That's crazy that they would be okay with that.
I know, yeah.
Putting that story out there that
I did hear blind items that Demi Moore like supposedly had called up like Ashton and Mila, and I don't know, just like wasn't really happy with it like in the beginning.
But wasn't she in it?
No, happy with their relationship.
Oh,
I mean.
okay.
So like there was like a lot of drama, I think.
I can't believe they made that commercial.
I know. What? They kind of look alike a little bit.
Yeah.
They both have a similar look to them.
Yeah. Long dark hair.
They're both beautiful. Yeah, I wonder what Ashton thought about that. That must be weird.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Demi Moore is like really close with her ex-husband though too, Bruce Willis.
Mm.
They have she's a really good relationship with like his wife. So I feel like
somehow she stays chill.
Yeah. Some celebrities, it seems like they just, I mean, people in real life too, but they break up and then years pass and then they're just fine being platonically in each other's lives.
It's interesting.
I
I don't know if I could do it.
No, I don't know. Because how could you ever forget like those memories and
Yeah.
stuff, you know?
Being in a commercial where you're kind of facing off against your ex-husband's new wife.
Yeah. It seems like they both like don't care though. Like they
Yeah.
like the humor of it. They must have gotten paid a lot of money though too. Super Bowl
Must
commercial.
have.
And yeah, speaking of a lot of money, then Mila and Ashton raised $34 million together for the people of Ukraine during the invasion last year.
That's very nice.
Yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I don't know if they like did anything else though. Like I feel like they just like asked people to donate to like a link or something. But that's still like using their platform.
Yeah, that's a ton of money. That's
Mhm.
crazy.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, as recently as January 2023, they are both reprising their roles as Jackie and Kelso in the That 70s Show reboot, That 90s Show, where once again they will play a couple.
Wow.
Mhm.
Cool.
So full circle.
Wow.
What's your perception? Like,
they seem really cute.
Yeah, like that's what's more is there to say?
I hope for the best for them.
I know.
It's worrisome because a lot of celebrity couples don't work out. So I hope they do.
What are the odds that they will?
Odds of, what do you think is the chance they stay together? Not to be negative to ask that question, but
I honestly, even though I think they seem super happy, I'm only gonna put them at 50 because I think most, like 100% of couples break up. Famous couples.
famous couples. I'll say 60%.
Yeah, I'll say 60% too. Yeah.
That they stay together till death.
I do think the fact that like they were friends first obviously adds like a huge level of loyalty to their
Yeah.
relationship. Because if Ashton Kutcher just got out of this divorce or marriage where he had cheated on his wife and had all these things, and then he just starts dating somebody that didn't really mean anything to him to begin with, I feel like to lose that relationship wouldn't be a huge deal. But the stakes are higher if you're dating someone who you already loved as a friend before, you know?
That's true. Yeah, and they're older now and they have kids. They do seem awesome. I hope it doesn't seem cynical that I said 60% chance they'll stay together. But it's just, I don't have much faith in Hollywood couples.
Yeah, me neither.
Even though we do this show. Well, you know, we want to remember them. We want to keep the stories. But I don't know if they'll all stay together. I hope so.
I mean, they blindside you. Like, you think that, like, a couple seems so in love, and then you find out that they're getting divorced.
I know.
So what was that about?
I know.
Like, I remember Heidi Klum and Seal. They seemed like they were super in love from everything. They renewed their vows every single year. And then they got divorced.
There's so many examples you could give. Or you hear that, oh, he's cheating on her.
Yeah. It's like, what?
John and Kate +8?
Yeah. No,
that's the weirdest
That
example.
was doomed, but that was still shocking.
That's sad though. They had 8 kids.
I know.
What?
That was like not a good marriage. Should we cover that someday?
I don't want to.
Every single episode.
I don't want to. You can. I mean, I'll be in the guest seat, the listener seat.
That'd be a lot to cover. But
would it be?
What would you say?
Would it be that much?
Well, no, I guess you don't have to watch like every episode to cover it, but
no.
That was a hard thing about this couple is like they've done so many interviews. It's like, what do I include?
And what do you leave out? Well, it was very cute, and I ship them, I support them, and I hope that they stay together.
Me too. We are wishing them a lifetime of happiness.
Yes. So, are you ready to tease next week's bonus episode, Patreon episode?
Next week is like not happy, or it's not unhappy. It's just the opposite of a supportive, mature, playful relationship. I guess you could say it's playful in a sense, but it's another mystery episode. So it's another did they, didn't they?
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Where one person says they did and one person says they didn't.
Okay, off the mic, you'll have to tell me who is who.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm surprised that you haven't heard about this. It's gonna really be entertaining.
Wow.
But not as sweet.
That's okay. They'll fit our theme song better.
Yeah.
We want some tonight.
Maybe.
Oh. Did they not miss each other?
No.
Oh, no. Are you sorry we drifted apart?
I don't think they are sorry.
I guess our theme song could maybe, I guess it doesn't really apply, but like in the time in between when they weren't in each other's lives as much. Just like, do you miss me?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know, it's kind of a stretch.
Or that must have been really tough for them to be hooking up and she finds out that like he's dating somebody else. Wonder why he even started to date someone else if he seemingly had feelings for her.
I don't know. He was just being a single guy.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, thank you, Mel. That was super interesting.
Thanks. I feel like that was longer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it's pretty long.
Oh, no. How long is it?
It's 2 hours, 20 minutes.
Oh, no. I feel like maybe some stuff you can cut.
Well, thank you guys for listening. We love you.
We love you. And we'll get back together next week.
Is your heart